Sure, I could build up a fire from scratch. That would probably be a little bit more impressive, but I'm a proponent for the saying, work smarter, not harder. One of my favorite aspects of living in the Pacific Northwest is the accessibility to sheerly different yet vastly beautiful landscapes. This week I had the idea to go out and experience and document some of those beautifully varied adventures with you guys. Now, winter is quickly approaching here in the local mountains. And that being said, there has been quite a lot of snowfall in the last couple weeks. So I decided that I would book a one-night stay at a remote cabin that I would have to snowshoe to get to. Now you might be wondering why the heck I even have such a big heavy pack if I'm trekking up to a cabin. And yeah, I'm staying in a cabin overnight, but there's really no amenities at all. So you're expected to bring everything that you're gonna need. Sleeping bag, sleeping pads, stuff to cook with, propane for the lanterns, all kinds of stuff. So since it's winter time and I just need a lot more gear in the winter, it all adds up. Before leaving that morning, my dog Kaya was having some stomach issues. Since dogs aren't allowed to stay at the cabin, unfortunately, I was gonna just have to leave her at home. That being said, I wanted to make sure that she was okay before I hit the road, which led me to get a much later start than anticipated. Now, I didn't really think that this was a big deal since the trek to get to the cabin was only about 3 miles, and typically 3 miles is not that much, but as I would soon find out, that late start would ultimately come back to haunt me. The snow is really freaking deep here. I'm sinking in quite far with every step, and it only gets steeper and higher up from here, so I imagine the snow is just as deep, if not deeper, for the rest of the way. At this rate, I'm still at least about 2, maybe 2.5 hours away from the cabin, and it's 3:30 p.m. The sun goes down at 4:30, and there's supposed to be a pretty big snowstorm / windstorm rolling in at some point this evening.
Tonight, the chaotic so-called bomb cyclone dropping a deluge of severe weather on the Northwest. The storm packing hurricane-force winds with gusts up to 80 miles an hour.
I don't exactly know when, but given the conditions in the sky right now, it seems like it could be at any moment. So if I continue, and if I try to make it to the cabin, there's a very good chance I'm gonna get caught out here at night, in the dark, maybe during the snowstorm. Definitely not really wanting to spend the night out here, because I'm not prepared. I don't even have a tent or anything. So, as much as it's a pain to admit, I don't think it's a wise decision to keep going, and I might just turn it around. I totally underestimated how long this trek would take. I thought, you know, 3 miles is nothing, but you've got 45 pounds on your pack and the slope is like this and you're hiking through powdery snow. 3 miles is a lot.
Authorities now bracing for the impact of an atmospheric river, a narrow band of intense moisture expected to douse the region with a fire hose of rainfall.
With that big storm looming over me, I decided that I wasn't going to risk getting caught out overnight, potentially in a storm, especially since I didn't even have a tent or any emergency shelter or anything. And it was a super tough call to make because I was already all the way out there. I put in all of the effort to get everything together. I paid for the permit. I put all the pieces together. So to turn around at that point was pretty tough, but ultimately, you know, I decided that the reward was not worth the risk for me. And sometimes when you're out on adventures in the mountains, especially by yourself, you really have to think about the risk versus the reward. I'm just gonna quickly interrupt this to let you guys know about the sweet Black Friday deal that Huckberry is running right now. They've also got their holiday gift guide up and live. So if you're shopping around for gifts for other people, maybe even yourself, definitely check them out. I just got this very cozy, very warm, quarter zip fleece sweater made by Flint and Tinder. I also got this short roll fisherman style beanie made by Huckberry. I also want to point out that there are going to be 3 different drops from what I understand. So if there's something that you're eyeing that you want to get, be sure to just jump on it quick because there's a good chance that at the next drop, that item will no longer be on sale. If you're interested, there's going to be a link in the description box down below. Starting to sprinkle a little bit. Hopefully it's just a passing cloud. Anyways, part 2 of my adventure was to go crabbing on the Oregon coast. Crabbing season is in full swing here in the Pacific Northwest, so I thought it would be fun to go do a little bit of a catch and cook over on the beach. So I loaded up all of my gear, I loaded up the pup, and we headed to the coast. Is it your first time crabbing, Kaya? You gonna catch some? You gonna bring the beginner's luck for us, huh? All right, so we are out here on the Oregon coast, clearly. And the plan is I'm going to toss my crab pot out, hopefully get a couple crabs, hopefully more than a couple. Unfortunately, I have talked to a guy here who said he's been here since sunrise and hasn't had any luck, so that's never a good sign. But anyways, if we're able to catch some, we're gonna head into the forest and do a little bit of a catch and cook with some fresh Dungeness crab. It's pretty crazy to think that literally just a couple days ago, I was up in the mountains in a snowstorm, snowshoeing, and now here I am on the coast, trying to get some fresh food. Pacific Northwest is truly a special place. This is my first time out for the year, so hopefully I still have some beginner's luck in me. This is a very basic crab cage, and for bait, I'm gonna be using these chicken drumsticks. I got these at grocery outlet for really cheap. It was $6 for this entire pack of chicken, so gonna be using that. Got some lead core rope, and that's pretty much it. Some zip ties. Let's see if we can't get a couple fresh dungies here. Also got this. So this is a bait box right here. And so I'm gonna load some of the chicken into the bait box, And then I'm also gonna zip tie some pieces just around the cage itself. This is Kaya's first time out here on a pier too, which is pretty fun. No, Kaya, these aren't yours. Hey, go. No. No, hey, go. Go. Not yours. You're gonna knock over my camera. Chicken. And just gonna kind of zip tie these on here. Put probably 2 of these guys into the bait box. This is what it's looking like. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of chicken drumsticks in my crab pot. So, all right, guys, wish us luck. And that's it. All that's left to do is wait and hope. Think we're gonna get any? Hey, get out of there. That's not yours. She's like, I could care less if we get crabs. I just want to eat these chicken drumsticks. It's starting to really rain a lot now, so we're gonna go wait in the truck for a little bit, come back, and hopefully have some crabs. The good kind, that is. Surprisingly, I've only gone crabbing one other time, and I had pretty good luck that time around. So this time, I thought that I was almost guaranteed to get a few at least. Little did I realize that there's no guarantee when it comes to harvesting wild food. Want a cookie? Good girl. All in one. All in one. You deserve that for all your help out there. Hard day's work. All right, guys, this is the moment of truth. I've been letting the crab pot soak for the last hour or so, and I'm praying that I've got a couple crabs. But I'm also not too optimistic because the only other 2 people that were here, and they were here before me, haven't gotten anything. So it's not exactly looking good, but we'll see. Looks like there's a crab in there. We got one. Kaya, that thing's gonna pinch you. Move your little snout. He's gonna pinch you. All right, guys, I got one crab here. We are gonna measure him to make sure that he is a legal keeper. Kaya, watch out. Let go, dude. All right. So it is a male. You're actually only allowed to keep the male Dungeness crabs up here in Oregon. So you could tell that it's a male by the shape of the abdomen here. Let's just get this guy measured to see if we're gonna be able to keep him or not. He is not quite big enough. As you could see there, they have to be 5 3/4. This guy, luckily for him, is not. So he's going back in the drink. Say hi to YouTube. Goodbye. So close. But the water's a lot calmer now, so hopefully after I throw it back in, let it soak for another, I don't know, another 45 minutes or whatever, hopefully we could get a keeper, because really kind of hoping for this catch and cook here. The good news is all the bait is still intact. Nada. Wow. That's a huge bummer. Nothing. What a slow day. Well, guys, as you saw, no luck on that second time around either, which really bizarre. I literally only got that one crab that wasn't even a keeper size. unfortunately. There was actually a couple guys here that were here since sunrise and they didn't get a single crab either. So sometimes it just be like that, right? Sometimes you come out here and you don't get anything, which sucks, but that doesn't mean that you give up. Man, this week is not going so well. This week is not going so well at all. First, the failed snowshoeing mission. Now, a failed attempt at catching some crabs. That's okay. We're gonna keep hammering away here, and something will work out. Ugh. That was a pretty good toss for sitting down. So for the second time in a row this week, I struck out yet again. And well, my initial reaction was, ah man, you know, what a wasted week. Now I don't even have a video to post. Such a bummer, yada yada yada, right? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that, you know what? I actually did accomplish what I set out to do in a way. I got to go out and experience and capture the duality and some of the reasons why this particular region is so special. And sure, it didn't exactly go as planned and it could have been a bit more successful, but at the end of the day, I think I still had a pretty damn good week. The day that we went to the coast, we went to the beach afterwards, and I threw the ball at least 75 times for Kaya, and she never got tired. The energy level on this dog is freaking crazy. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate every single one of you guys being here, and I'll catch you very soon in the next one. Peace.